start with Clayton Oliver, because obviously he's got a hit out there. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, obviously it's great for Clayton. He's been back in the program for a couple of weeks now, and he's been through a fair bit over this summer. So I think for him, being able to get through 3/4, he took a pretty big hit there at one stage. But you could see the class that he does bring. So we're excited to have him back in the program now, and really looking forward to the next few weeks and hopefully him playing some good footy for us for the rest of the season.
What's the plan now with him?
Well, a little bit out of my hands, but look, I'd assume that he'll probably play some more minutes against Carlton, but that process will be a club process and an AFL one as well, and probably Goody and Richo will work closely with those, with the AFL and what that looks like. But it was just great to see him perform and play well. It doesn't look like he's missed a beat. He's trained extremely hard when he's been away from the group, so he's put himself in a good condition to still be able to perform once the season starts.
The opening round, is that the target?
Oh, if all goes well. He has missed a little bit, more probably our education and some game style stuff, but he's been working really closely with Andrew McQualter on that, so we'll bring him up to speed as quickly as possible, but there's some other things that he's got to be able to tick off that the club will work really closely with him on, but for him it's just been a bit about getting back out there and building some rapport with the players again.
Just how important is that hit out for, not just for him physically, but also mentally?
Oh, I'd assume it was massive for him. Footy's his number one thing, so to see him back out there and perform and play well, it's great to see, not for just him but for us as well. He's a quality player and one that we really need in our team, so he'll walk away with that pretty happy, I would have thought, and looking forward to what's next.
Any closer to working out what the forward line's going to look like?
Well, we got to see some guys up there who haven't played much footy together. I mean, Jack Billings played through there, Josh Shackey as well. We saw Connor Brown play a little bit through there too. So it's a little bit of, we've tried some things over the summer, and there's going to be some guys sort of in and out, and we're trying to find that right mix. But it was more our method today. It wasn't so much our forward line, it was what we were doing behind the ball, and when Richmond had the ball, I thought defensively, which we've been really strong the last few years, was a little bit off today, and that's one thing that we'll review and look at how we can continue to get better and back to what our strength is.
How's Christian Salem tracking playing with the VFL today?
Yeah, no, he's tracking well. He's missed a little bit of footy. He's had a little bit of a grumbly back, so he's a little bit similar to Clayton, and we get a few back next week as well. So he'll play some more minutes against Carlton as well and be hopefully ready for opening round. But once again, you saw the class that those two guys bring. So all going well. The boys go on a few days off now, but all going well. He should be right for some more minutes against Carlton.
Who else are you hoping to get back next week?
Lockie Hunter should be back next week. He trained this morning, did a pretty big session. Gus was crook, so he's been crook since our day off. So it was just not worth the risk being a practice match. Charlie Spargo will be back, so we get a handful of guys back. Taj Woden as well, unfortunately he got concussion last week in our match sim, so he's another. So we'll probably get 4 or 5 back, and it strengthens us, which is good because they're quality players.
Max obviously needs some support at various stages. What's your plan in relation to that?
Well, we used Josh Shackey today. Will Varell played some minutes because we were always only going to play Max for a half. Obviously he's a pretty important player to us, so a half was probably enough for us. He's done all the loads throughout pre-season, so it was more about looking after him. But Josh Shackey, we've got Jacob Van Ruin who played second ruck last year, so we've got a couple of guys that can support him, but we're also going to have to find ways that we can look after Max as well. So that was an opportunity today, but it's very hard to tell Max that he's only going to play a half as well. He's a pretty proud player and he's competitive. So, when Maxi's one out, and he probably plays his best footy, but we certainly have to find that guy who's going to play that secondary position for us.